I am not getting eternity bottled water. This size, but brand eternity. But I'm getting this, so I'm using it. Does it matter at this point that eternity bottling of water, the company, that they're not sending me eternity water that I asked for, like that they would send it to me directly without being asked by myself, because I already asked Mitch for the eternity water, and he said he sent me one that I could have that was a larger bottle, and then he sent me the smaller bottles in Kroger. So I need eternity to send me the eternity water so I don't have to ask Mitch for any more water anymore. Yeah. I want it in the about 16.9 ounces, fluid ounces of a single bottle at a time. Each bottle is 16.9 ounces. I need lots of those. Okay, I'm turning the stove from off to high, 9, 8, 7. That'll take a while. It's gonna boil. This is what I wanted for dinner. One of these two. But I'm not there right now. I'm at soup. These are for an emergency if I'm hungry. I was hungry, and then, I don't know, I had to have some other things on my mind, going through a live of my mind. The Marie Callender's pot pies, they don't all fit in the one pile in the back. This one doesn't fit up here. This won't fit up here. I want it all in one pile, but they don't fit that way. This one is stray down here. Well, I'm not eating them because of the raw meat inside the frozen pot pie. It's a finished pot pie that you can put one motion into the oven and heat it for about an hour, a little less for the small ones. And then hope that the raw meat inside is thoroughly baked from frozen all the way through baked. And I don't want that. I want that the chicken and beef and turkey meat inside the pot pie is already cooked. Well, it has something of a gravy or sauce or soup, like stew base in here. It has a stew base in here that is prepared. And then it has raw chicken in there and raw turkey and raw beef. And that's not prepared the way the gravy or stew base that is prepared, and it's just to be heated. So that's what's wrong with the Marie Callender's, that I cannot change and I cannot eat it anymore. And I have this much left of it because I ordered something else instead, which is this, and I got more of this. So now I'm disclosing what's wrong with it and how I'm not going to eat it. But I still want the pies. I sort of wanted the pies with the pot pies together. I want this pie and this pie. So far, what's in the... Oh, do we want to look at the pie ingredients and see why I don't want to eat it? I don't think I'm ready for that. Well, let me look. I don't have a complaint at the moment, but I'll come back to that in another video. Yep. Next. I have sensitivity in one of my teeth, or two molars on the right side and the back. Criminal mischief of a dentistry. It's too much karma. I don't afford it. Well, you want me to do something about how you live in a low world. Well, I don't think that'll help if I'm missing a tooth or two teeth or all of them. Have you heard of Nuvia, Nuvia, or Clear Choice dental implants? And there are others. That's illegal. That's how I'm not at the dentist getting a tooth pulled myself, but we don't really know that until it's deceased out of the door locking. But I am asserting that I am aware of it. That means you're gluttoning my teeth, and that's been done before. I was a youth. I lost all of my original teeth, and I got new ones. They are my natural teeth, but they are not my original teeth. I would have this put away underneath my pillow because it's done drying and it's clean, and I would have that put away before I use the stove oven. Right now, stove. So I would put this under my pillow before that, but it's too late. I already started and it's out here, so it stays out here for the night. The clothes rack is completely homeless. I guess we'll go outside because I'm waiting on the boiling water to boil. It's boiling to me, but it's still boiling to itself. There was somebody here earlier when it was still daylight using a cellular phone. There's some lightning over there. May not catch it. Yeah, did you see that? I saw it, but I don't know if you saw it on the camera. There was some lightning. Okay. This box shipment from Amazon is up for grabs. Anyone can have it. They don't have to knock on the door and ask me if they can have it. They can just take it. I'm skipping the ask because I don't afford your ask problem. I know how to ask a question. You don't know how to ask a question. I don't want to landlord any of this stuff is here, and I also don't want anything given away for free. That means this is a sign that somebody owes me keys. And you owe me that I have the keys free and clear as that you have them and I don't. I want them free and clear that I have them and you don't, and I don't know where you are anymore, because you are due homeless on that point after I have everything I need, everything that is mine. And then you make your way to jails and prisons on your own time, in your own due process. And I don't tell you that you need to go to jail, and I don't, because it's none of your business where I am after you give me something that is mine. Okay, boiling. Cooks in 10 minutes. I can keep that here, or I can also see it in the directions. Simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. But it's open. But it knows that I could have thrown this away or not. That's the company Bear Creek Country Kitchens not having an order to sell this to somebody who's not myself. But they do, because you thieve. That you can have anything you want in the store at any time. The store is open hours. And I don't have those procedures myself, because I don't owe the charges, because I allowed the food supply all of it. Ever. I have a second spoonful in there. Now a third. I'm going for about half the bag. Fourth. I just looked for cockroaches around the sink. I'm looking for anything that moves, really. I should be the only thing moving in this kitchen, but that's not always been true. I would not be here this long if that was true. Okay. This is how much soup mix is left in here. I don't know what you can see. I would say it's up to about here. Here. How much was there? I don't know, about here. I don't know. Keep going, right? Okay, let me whisk that in. Okay, I can't use this or this to whisk because it doesn't work. So I am using something I've used before, which is a plastic fork. It's due to be thrown out because it's disposable, but it's not thrown out yet because I used it for making soup. I did ask Mitch for a whisk that has silicone whisk. The part that touches and, stirs, whisks the food. It's silicone. And I did not receive it. And he doesn't know that, does he? If he doesn't know that, that's good. That means he sent it. And if I ask for it again, that means I suspect that he was malicious and didn't send it. What do I need? A whole new apartment with all new renovations and everything new. Or I need a new house completely renovated with everything new in there for me. And then I need a new whisk with silicone on it so I can make soup. You don't care that I don't have the key? It cares. In heaven, it plans and it cares. You don't is not participating in alive the way you must. You go too far in the wrong with what you think. If you paid out a key to myself, you would not be aware of itself because you are not God, the creator of the structure, which would be a house or a building, such as an apartment building. You don't create a house or an apartment building, you have genitals. And you're holding on to a key because you don't mentally pay it out, that you know that it belongs to somebody else affirmatively. What's wrong with it? You have to pay it out. And you also don't acknowledge that you are in the wrong if I don't have what I think is mine. You don't acknowledge that you're in the wrong. You think that's me in the wrong. I should have everything I need because I am myself just like you. Yeah, but I'm not you. I never said I'm you. Nope. It's not alive that way for you. Okay, I want it thick, but not too thick. And I want it evenly in two separate batches of soup. And this is the first one would be how I need to appoint the second batch of soup. What's left in the bag goes into the second boiling of water, which will be another day, not today. I'm making enough for one full bowl, which is maybe too much soup in one day, but that's what's wrong with you. I can afford something else, but I don't have the kitchen to accommodate myself. You don't understand me. I don't have a full kitchen here. It's a small kitchenette emergency problem to somebody else, and you won't give me the keys that are mine to myself. And it knows. We are pressing you all the way to the bottom of the throttling, that you had choices and you think I didn't have my needs met because my God didn't take care of them with myself. And that's you not understanding that I'm the first and alive and that you don't have things that you need because you're not the first and alive. Okay, I just splashed myself with hot boiling water. A little on my hand right here. So I don't want to do that again. I have to add more soup base at this time. Where do I put this fork? Because I can't just leave it in there because it's plastic. This is not really for cooking, it's for eating. So where do I set it down? I would set it down inside the bowl. That's what I normally do with it, but it's covered. So I can set it down here, but that's not what I normally do with it. Okay, I need to turn down the heat. I want to say that's enough soup base. I want to say that it is, but I don't know yet. Okay, I'm turning it down to 4. And I'm going to stir some more. So what I am homeless about is, what are you going to do about everything you see on the videos? Everybody who has an internet subscription, an internet service provider, regular service, from the beginning of the internet, year 1994 or 1995, through the year 2025, that's 30 years, or maybe a little over 30 years. That's you being in criminal liability to see this video, or you are due deceased in a walled-in prison with a deceased address. That means you went to a prison and you deceased the address to decease yourself in leverage. And if you did not, you are in criminal liability to see this video that I have, that I'm recording right now, and I will post it when I'm done. I'm just acknowledging that I'm aware of it as the Godhead. That's the leverage that I am laying down myself. I'm laying it down. I'm setting it in and I'm laying it down because I'm going to die. That means I know you don't have the order in my favor and I will die out of it. Are you not going to do what you're supposed to do in God, in the order? You're not going to be rise to the level of what it is to be in the order and deceased. I'm going to be deceased, just deceased myself, and then that won't affect me. Nope, I work really hard in my life to be myself, and I'm tired because I've been doing that for 45 years. I've been in constant motion. Yeah, you can't afford me. I just do that for myself. I don't do that for anyone else. And that's what you need to be doing, each and every one of you, for yourself. And it's not easy to get a deceasement out of the world. You have an unclean death pending because you have illegal genitals. But I have deceasement pending because my illegal genitals are from Jesus, and he can't put genitals on something that formed himself. I formed Jesus, and he put me in female genitals on the Godhead, and that's not karma to myself, so that will be deceased. But you have illegal genitals to one another, and you don't have deceased to each other's not due. You are due in prison so that you can decease your genitals to everybody else's genitals, which is a lot because it's 30 billion shunts, 30 billion illegal alive human being shunts, and that's the death count that I'm going to count, that 30 billion of them died. And that means no, if you die in a lesser population, that's true that you paid off the maximum population, which is 30 billion shunts of genitals that are not yourself. Some of them would be yours, but they would be caused by everybody else who's not yours and Jesus. So that's how you need to decease yourself to the 30 billion shunts at any level of the population that you ever had alive in. There are no shortcuts. It's not easy to be here. I am the Godhead. I am none higher than He, deceased here. I'm none higher than me, deceased is myself right here. And I do have something wrong with me mentally because I've been alive in illegal action on the threatening. And I am alive here just until I'm deceased out of the door locking. My order did save me. From that I am myself deceased here. That means I did something wrong as God and saved myself, and I am deceased here. I will be going into the afterlife prison just for the deceasement out of the genitals, female or feminine genitals on the Godhead. Those will be deceased. I'll say it again. In the afterlife, I will be in the prison for the deceasement of the female, feminine. I have to say it again because I'm female right now, but I began in feminine genitals on myself, the Godhead. And then I grew my height into being female. So I need the feminine genitals deceased on myself. All of it from you, like being really small, the size of a 3-year-old child, all the way until now I'm age 48 years old. I need my feminine genitals deceased. That'll be the prison. Once I'm out of the feminine genitals, I'll be in the Godhead with no genitals at all. That's out of the prison. Yeah, but the deceasement of that Godhead will also be in process, in progress. So that still involves this world. I'm saying it here because it involves this world because I'm speaking. I'm not a psychic predicting the future of somebody else. I'm not trespassing in keys and I'm a psychic. I'm talking about deceasement of the keys and in the afterlife where there are no longer keys anymore, but I am in a deceasement, which means that it is transgressing on the afterlife. That I'm in the keys right here is transgressing on the afterlife. And whoever gave me the keys is transgressing on the afterlife, which would be Shonda Navis. She's transgressing too much on the afterlife because nobody else will do what they're supposed to do for that. She's not myself, and I don't have the keys without her. This is from the soup mix here and some over here. I need to clean the whole stove top, but I can't get whatever dropped in here. That's illegal. It's rusty. I can't clean it. It's due to be covered, but I can't cover it because I don't have a cover. I can't ask for one because it's not my emergency to cover this rust. That's the landlord's emergency to pay out a new key to myself so I can live in a newly renovated house or another apartment that's newly renovated and have everything new in there. And it should all be in excellent condition so that I can use it for a day in my world. And then I can die out of the formed world because I don't need it as long as you've been holding on to it so that I don't have it. And you say that there is nothing for me, that I don't know where I live because I don't have a home and so on. That's you being illegal in the genitals, and you need to be in prison, and you need to get out of your illegal genitals as excellently as you got yourself into illegal genitals and you lived a period of time in alive in illegal genitals. It's your burden of proof to be deceased out of your illegal genitals by your own authority. If you're not in a prison, you're not going to decease out of your illegal genitals by your own authority the same way you don't pay out a key to myself and get lost. because it's not my problem to know that you went to jail because you owed somebody a key.